What's up, guys? It is John Muscarello from Side Hustle Experiment. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I am a six-figure e-commerce seller. I sell mainly on Amazon and eBay. I sell mostly used books and media, and I'm starting to get into online arbitrage very heavy. If you are into reselling or making money on the side, definitely subscribe to the channel because that's what we talk about here. And in today's video, I am going to talk about how it could be very hard to turn down good opportunities, but it's for better opportunities. And I'll get into that in a second. A quick background before we get into that. Basically, I am a full-time bookseller. I have a warehouse. We do media as well. We've been selling on Amazon and eBay for, it'll actually be my 2-year full-time anniversary this Friday. But with restock limits and everything going on with books, you really almost have to push yourself to a merchant fulfilled model, which means I would be sending the books to the customers, since Amazon is really setting strict limits on what is being able to send to the warehouse, and that's kind of not the business I want. So I am shifting to online arbitrage, which is you're buying things on websites like Target, Walmart, I don't know, big box stores, and you're selling them on Amazon for a profit. Usually you look for something that is 3 times. So something selling for Walmart for $5, you want it to be selling on Amazon for around 15. It depends on the size and the weight and all that stuff, but that's kind of like the general rule of thumb or consensus. If it's really light, you could almost get away with double. But so what I am talking about in the video is I've really committed to going to online arbitrage over the past month now. I started back in August. Started buying a little bit. September, started buying a good bit. And now October, we bought a lot. We probably have spent over, I think the last video was about $6,000. And basically, it's funny. A lot of times in business or whatever you're doing, when you're about to pivot or make a big decision, everything the opposite happens. So before, I was all about books. I wanted to do business with this one person. They have a really good source of unscanned books, and we weren't able to strike a deal at the current time. I bought some books from him that he scanned for merchant fulfilled, but said there was plenty of room for FBA. Didn't really work out for me. I probably maybe broke even, maybe lost a little money on that. But they reached out the other day, but like, hey, I have half a truckload of unscanned books. Do you want them? And I was like, no, I can't. Like, not that I can't. It was more just like, you know what? I'm just working with one supplier right now. That's all I could handle. I'm kind of shifting in another focus on Amazon. Another person reached out to me saying that they had like 50 or 60 boxes of free books that they couldn't handle. They wanted to know if I could take them. I said no. Someone else just reached out to me today, asked me if I could take 500 or 1,000 books. I said no. It's hard to say no, but I know if I do take on these books an opportunity, then I lose my opportunity for online arbitrage. Yes, I could hire more people. I understand that, but that's just not what I want to do. I would rather work with my one supplier right now and kind of keep that going, keep it up and running. You know, sales have just been really bad on the main book account. October tends to really be slow. We're also, the check-in times on Amazon have just really slowed down. We're also not sending that much FBA in. I definitely have to reprice as well. It's been a while, and with everyone lowering prices, it's a mess. So that is kind of what I wanted to talk about. So sometimes I see such a much greater opportunity right now in online arbitrage. There's so much that you could do with it. It's much easier to help you guys as well. You know, with books, it's like, oh, you got to go out and get a scanner. You got to go to all these stores. With online arbitrage, I could be like, hey guys, look at this store. Like, they're having a sale. There's definitely some profitable items there. You could do it from your house. You could do it from your phone. You could do it at work. You probably shouldn't be doing that, but you get the idea. And I just think it's more appealing to people. Books is a lot of work, even if you do have staff and the help. The only downside to online arbitrage is you're going to need some money to buy some items, but if you're buying clearance items or maybe lower end items, it shouldn't be that bad for you. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to make like a shorter video, because sometimes like in your head you're thinking, wow, like I'm turning down all this opportunity, you know, the 60 boxer books, like they're free. Oh man, that'd be so great to have free books. Oh man, I wanted to work with this guy. He has half a truckload. Now, like, oh man, like, should I do it? Like, this is a waste. Like, oh, what's the big deal? But listen, guys, there is a lot of hidden work that goes into this. So the 50, 60 boxes of books, right? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna have to rent a truck. I'm gonna have to pick them up. We're gonna have to dump them out of the boxes. We're gonna have to break down all the boxes. I hate working out of boxes with books. It's just super annoying. It's just easier to work with them out of Gaylords. For the other guy, if I take on half a truckload, I'm gonna have to arrange freight, get that done, unload them, scan through all them, and then all this time it messes up the schedule that I have with the helper, right? I also don't have someone right now picking up my dud books because they're too busy. So my current supplier is taking them. So getting an influx of books would screw that up as well. So I'm starting to get a little better of thinking ahead instead of being like, oh, I'll figure it out later, and being really mad at myself, because that is not currently the focus. The focus is maintain the book business and put more focus on eBay, and also do OA. So yeah, it's two really great opportunities. I mean, especially the free book one, I'm sure there's like some great stuff in there, but again, just the amount of time I'd have to spend doing it. I don't want to hire anyone else right now. Like, that's just not the direction I want to go. So yeah, I would say keep that in mind. I mean, sometimes, like, I know when I was just, you know, didn't have a warehouse and doing everything else, like, I'd bite off more than I could chew, and then be like, really, oh, like, other people would take this on. Like, it doesn't matter what other people would take on. It's like what you could handle, what you want to handle, and what works best for your business at that time. And right now, this does not work for the business I want to have. And I think that has not hurt me, but, you know, I think that's one big lesson. I'm coming up on, like I said before, a 2-year anniversary. I think I was a little harder on myself on, like, you know, what business do you want? Like, what, you know what I mean? Like, it might be harder to get there, but just don't do what you can because it's easy. Kind of work to what you want. During, you know, you can't say it, but the C, I hope, if you don't know what that means, I don't know what else to tell you. You know, I was like, I should do OA, and then, like, books kind of picked back up. My supplier started working again. I just went back to that. But you know what? It is what it is. But this time around, definitely more focused. And you know what, guys? Like, with everything going on with books, there's always going to be books out there to buy. It's going to be much easier to find suppliers anyway if I want to get back into that. After doing OA for this last, I would say somewhat seriously, for the last 6 weeks or so, I definitely think I like OA. Again, not a lot of bad stuff has happened for me with OA. I'm saying that to say, like, it still can, but I just really, really like OA, how it's going, especially if I can start finding some replenishables. And yeah, so that's what I have for you guys today. Just keep it in mind, sometimes like opportunity comes along and it might be really great, but if you have other goals, make sure to consider what it's going to take if you take on something else. Again, like it would have been a ton of work to get those free books, to do a half a truckload. Like that's just not what I want right now, and that will be there in the future. I could probably reach out to the person and be like, hey, we're back into books. Like if you ever have that again, let me know, and we can go from there. So don't be afraid to say no. I know like a lot of the times this is a big yes business game, because like we're trying to build relationships and grow our business and kind of grow more of what we have access to. But if that's not the case, make sure you're making the right decisions and kind of sticking to your guns, because I have done this in the past and taken on free books, taken on someone else extra books, and it just made me really mad at myself for not staying focused and true to OA. And now I am finally in a place where we got a system down. We're working 4 days on books, a day is dedicated to OA / catch-up stuff, and it's starting to really pay off because we're starting to make some progress in OA. So let me know what you think in the comments. Please like the video, please subscribe to the video. It is just something you have to do. Let me know in the comments what you think. What have you turned down in the past? Do you turn down? Do you not agree with me? I would love to hear what you have to say. And as always, thank you so much for watching.